Whoa there, Speed Demons. Welcome back to Half Minute Hero, the second coming. So it seems as though fate itself is creating even more powerful, well, I don't even know if you can call them angels anymore, but they're here to defeat us. But, well, it's just not gonna happen. The angels around here seem to think that the Warhites are pretty darn strong, and they've probably been given the power to defeat heroes. But, let's go ahead and prove them wrong. The Warhites definitely do have the power to take out our allies, so, well, it's been a good ride, huh? Shamal, Ultros, and Sax have sacrificed themselves to slow down this ultra-quick Warhite. We'll have to make sure their sacrifice is not in vain. Our allies have spent all this time traveling with us, and they know that as the heroes we can save the day, but, well, they have to buy us some time. For our next trick, we have to find 4 magical, maidens with magical affinities. And it seems as though we may have picked up a few of those throughout our travels. Each one of them gets placed on one of these magic circles, and that will open up the way to the final weapon. It's probably worth noting that any of the allies that pass away here, well, it's only allies that you would have been forced to pick up during the main game. Allies like Grillard or Asarako or Kozine, they don't appear here. But the allies that have died here, well, they are gone for good. But with all the war heights out of the way and all of our allies having made great sacrifices, we put our hands upon the Destiny Sword. Still, with so many of our allies down, maybe we should go get another one. Also, in case you were curious, yeah, our party has gotten, well, significantly smaller now. You may have remembered all of those different pedestals when I was going up the Hero Castle. Yeah, those are for more time stones, which are hidden inside the demon maze. But, oh, I look handsome. Anyway, I'll come back to that later. Let's try and take on Sasha again. Uh-oh. Still don't quite have it. You know what? I think it's time to pull out the big guns. I mean, after all, when we had to defeat Kozine and Asarako in the bottom of the labyrinth of the unrivaled championship of the world, well, the Spiral Spear did us a pretty good number. It'll probably work again. Just gonna figure out what I want to use, but I think mostly I want something that's going to cause a lot of pushback. So, with these things in hand, I think we'll be able to take care of it. And so finally the entire hero family has been reunited. Well, let's go ahead and put that Destiny Sword back on. You know, we wouldn't want to break the game open too widely. And in fact, let's go ahead and put on the original look. You know, all this dragon head and everything else. It looks nice and all, but, well, the fact is you don't really need it. The angel clothes are pretty decent defense, even if they are a little, visually lacking. But, should be easy enough. I'm going to go ahead and move up to the warrior class, just because, well, there's not much sense in taking swordsman if you've already got the class unlocked. And let's go ahead and make sure that our party actually has all the heroes in it that I want. There we go. A team full of heroes. And Sasha too, I guess. She's a sort of an honorary hero, yeah? But with that out of the way, let's take on the next time hole. Now, despite all the talking about the statues, it is possible to take on the final boss from the get-go. It's just incredibly unlikely at this low level. So, let's go ahead and gather some information. The angel shell's not a bad idea, but, well, I won't be grabbing it. Because I'm lazy. It's possible to go across that very thin land bridge in the north, but it actually requires a little bit of a quick time event, otherwise you fall off. And that's not good for anybody. But, as our information led us to believe, it seems as though some of these statues are weaker than others, and by taking them out in order, we can take them all out. So, might as well start here since we're right next to it. An old man in the south selling strange carrots. Where have I heard that before? Also, after taking out the North statue, the land bridge just collapses. Because... reasons? You may notice some of these little pads around everywhere. And hell, hey, here's the old man. Salty carrots. Oh, I remember this guy. All the way back when we first fought the horse dragon. Of course, they let us get a horse last time. It sounds like they'll be used to get us a horse this time, too. After all, wasn't somebody saying that there was a unicorn in one of the western villages? That's probably something worth looking into. With 3 out of the 4 statues on this particular sequence taken care of, well, we've only got one more to go, and then we'll start tackling the west side. But of course, I don't like to leave any large monsters uncrushed, so... Unfortunately, it's not possible to take the Hero Castle over to the west continent because, well, the village is in the way. And Hero Castle can't stomp on villages. That would be rude. Each time you take down one of these surrounding statues, the middle temple actually gets weaker, so it's not necessary to take all of them out, but why wouldn't you? Now this is where I'm going to start getting creative with teleporter pads. Warp pads are never very clear on where they're going to spit you out at, but if you go on them enough, you'll find your way next to something that you do want to get next to. Such as this western village, with a unicorn in it. The unicorn does act just like a horse, except that if we lose a battle, well, the unicorn's going to run away. But it also increases our attack speed. Well, our attack power, I should say. And yes, sometimes warp pads can take you right back to the warp you were just at. It's a little inconsistent, but, you know, sometimes it's the only way to get around if you're trying to dodge some of the gigantic monsters on the western continent. Especially, for instance, this gigantic monster right up the north there is always just going to be standing in the way. How rude. There we go. Two more statues to go, and then we can finally just go ahead and clear out that eyesore of a temple. With all 8 statues down, let's see how much time strain the center temple can gather now. From 125% all the way down to 5. I think that's pretty good in our favor. And so we've unlocked the ultimate hero class. The hero class. It's pretty good stat-wise. It gives access to all weapon skills. Really, once you have the hero class, there's no reason to use anything else. Please join me next time when we go to defeat Fate itself.